This is one of my favourite races of all time. It's 1998 and the Belgian Grand Prix. And when I tell you this race was just carnage. From start to finish. And at the heart of this carnage, right in the middle, is a man called David Coulthard. And if you don't know who he is, then you're living under a rock. He's still around in F1. He still analyses, does a lot of the punditry as well. So you should know who he is. But if you don't, he's a Scotsman, and as you can imagine, all Scotsman, he's very hard-headed. He made some silly mistakes in his career in terms of random moments of madness, but also had some brilliance as well. But regardless of that, here's a moment of madness of his as well. And this time, he only goes and upsets what goes on to be one of the future greatest of all time in Michael Schumacher. So, let's paint out the start of the race. Start of the race happens on the first corner. They all go round. Crash happens. Coulthard, in the spray, in the mist, comes flying out of it into the wall, bounces across the track, leading to a 13-car pileup. And if that isn't bad enough as it is, we have an hour delay. But then obviously back in then, you can use spare cars and all of the stuff, because as you can see in the carnage of the 13-car pileup, it is mayhem. But here we go. We restart the race. We go around, and this time, it's not Coulthard who crashes to start with, but we go around. There is a crash. Herbert's now out the race as well. We have a few little incidents and moments, but Damon Hill is absolutely taken off into the distance. He's gone. He has decided, I'm taking my moment and I'm going. But Michael Schumacher, ever the magical man in the wet, decides I'm going after him, and he is flying. He is taking past people and he's going, and now he gets into the lead of the race. But on lap 24, we saw one of the craziest moments I've ever seen, and still to this day, I can't quite work it out because I don't believe blue flags were as noticeable and prominent back then. But you know a car's coming up to lap you. Coulthard decides, I don't want to go onto the wet side of the track. Schumacher obviously wants to stay on the inside line because he thinks it's his right. But obviously, Coulthard doesn't want to go where there's not as much grip. He just stays going very slowly in a very strange area, letting Schumacher pass, but kind of forcing him to go on the outside. Schumacher just isn't even paying, he looks like he's not even paying attention to it. He just goes right into the back of him, and now obviously out of the race. I think if you've ever seen anything on Schumacher when things don't go his way, and I know this one necessarily isn't his fault, but oh, did he let everybody know. He was fuming, and ever a man for the camera. They found him, and he's in the pit lane, and when he sees Coulthard, he makes a headline. He is now flying towards Coulthard's garage because he wants to have him. He's thinking, now is my time, let's have it out. He is going flying into that garage, and as you can imagine, the handbags are flowing. They're all having a little scrap up. They're all having a little, wow, you did this to me, and whatever, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, this was a moment of pure insanity. When you re-watch this crash, it just doesn't make sense to me. I know there's a lot of spray, a lot of stuff as well. The conditions obviously are a bit odd. We saw a similar incident in terms of someone just going into the back of a slow-moving car when Hamilton went into the back of Verstappen. Obviously then Verstappen was intentionally going very slow. He wanted to let Hamilton go past so Hamilton can go past and Verstappen can come up behind him. Being behind him on the DRS line, get DRS, retake him, take off into the distance. I gave you my spot back. There. Listen, for a different video, different time as well. But this one here, just going straight into the back of him, taking yourself out. But F1 needs more of this. I need to see reactions at this more when things go wrong. Make a headline for somebody and let's go have it out. Should have let them go at it. If you ask me, they should have just gone at it, had a scrap out, see what happens and let the best man win. I know who I'm backing in that fight. Comment down below who you think you're backing in that fight. Was Schumacher right for acting like this? What was Coulthard doing? I guess is another question. And is there anything you think was missed in this that you would like to point out? Throw it all down below. Let's have a conversation, build a community. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.